trust you are very, very well. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. My name is Dougal, and with me is Rhoda.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm hoping that we'll be able to assist you with some daunting decisions, that being like what to study and where to study.
And this certainly is the best way to start that search and the best way to start the week as well. So what we're doing today, we're highlighting ETA College. That is what we will be highlighting. And of course, we hope to give you as much insight so you can make that decision a lot easier for yourself. But this, of course, is all made possible by the wonderful people of Nickay. And luckily for us, the expert on all things Nickay is Rhoda.
Thank you, Dougal. Yes, being nearly 2 decades in the photography graduation industry, you know, with the wealth of information we have, we wanted to bring this through to our students to make it convenient for them to make those future decisions on what to study. You know, it's very, very difficult. So for us, education at Nickay has always been very important. The social well-being of our youth as well. So remember, guys, this program is all about you, the choices you need to make. So remember, you're part of this. Send us your questions to our YouTube and Facebook and at Nickay Productions. So tune in and send us your questions.
So having to make these decisions is, of course, very tough. Firstly, you've got to marry up what it is you want to study. And also there's various factors to, of course, put into place here. Firstly, is the institution close to you? Is it easy accessible? Secondly, then there's the finances to consider. And of course, there's a lot more options to consider. So we're going to try and give you as much information as possible during the course of this program, of course, to make these decisions a lot easier for you. And as Rhoda alluded to, of course, send your questions to us. All the details at the bottom of your screen right now, so you can simply go to @Nickay Productions to send all those questions through to us.
That's so true, Dougal. So guys, we're hoping to answer as many questions as possible. Today, we will be speaking to ETA College.
Yes, and as we know, ETA College, of course, they are leaders when it comes to sports and fitness. And beyond that, there is many career options available. I mean, after all, we are a very, very sport-orientated country as well. So I'm sure this will pique huge amount of interest. But most important, of course, is to send those questions through to us. Anything that you have a concern or something you'd really like to know, like Rhoda alluded to, you are part of the show, of course, and you will have a question. So simply @Nickay Productions, get those questions through to us.
Yeah. So before I introduce you to our National Marketing Manager, here's a sneak preview of ETA College facilities. Joining us today from the national manager from ETA College, and that is Caitlin Carpenter. Welcome.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Mahala.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's so great to be here, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you as well, Caitlin. Thanks again, like Rhoda said, of course, thank you very much for joining us. And we're very excited to find out a little bit more about ETA. And let's start there. In a nutshell, can you just give us a brief overview of what ETA College is all about? We know you guys are leaders when it comes to sports and fitness.
Thank you. Yes, we are a higher education institution, and we're very passionate about sport and fitness. So like you said, like one of you said earlier, South Africa loves sports, and so do we. And we've got wonderful qualifications in the higher education space. We are a private educational institution, so you get publics and privates, and we're on the private side of things. So think of us as smaller classes, more intimate, and definitely more practical learning. So I'd say that's us in a nutshell.
Okay. So just a quick one. I just wanted to ask you.
Yes.
ETA has a buzzword they love to use. And it's a totally mention. Would you like to talk about what a student can expect to experience at your campus?
Yes, yes. Before I jump into that, I just want to quickly say on the slide, you'll see throughout the presentation, we've got little QR codes. So if you take out your phone and put the camera on, you're welcome to scan over that QR code and it'll actually take you through to our website or a certain page on our website that might be applicable to you, if you want to kind of just stay interactive with me during the chat. And then this is just a bit of an overview of what we're going to chat about. But yes, our first question was the buzzword at ETA, which is called total immersion. And what it really means is being totally immersed in different areas of your learning. So that's practical, theoretical, learning experience, taking you out onto the field, so workplace learning. And also what it means is learning taking place in all the senses. So you may be sitting there thinking, as soon as you saw practical or somebody doing a workout, that's you, that's how you learn. Or you may be someone who's a lot more visual, you really love pictures, and that's how you learn through slide presentations or within the gym doing things. So we really focus on having that total experience where you're getting a bit of everything, and whatever way you learn best, we try and make sure we teach in different ways so you could take back exactly what you need in every session.
So that is in a nutshell when we speak about total immersion. It certainly sounds like you are totally immersed in everything, of course.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's important to realize that different learners learn in different ways. Some of us, like I said, are very practical and want to actually have a hands-on experience. So taking blood pressure is how you really understand how blood pressure occurs, while others might be a little bit more visual, where if they, explaining through graphs, and that's really how they understand blood pressure. So we realize that there's different ways of learning, and at ETA, we're quite passionate about making sure we're tackling each of those different ways to learn, so you walk out being a better, more knowledgeable learner at the end of the day.
All right. So if you've just joined us, thank you very much. You are watching Mahala Monday, and we are broadcasting live on YouTube right now. And with us is the National Marketing Manager for ETA College, Caitlin Carpenter, and we're talking everything around ETA, of course. And you might have a question in regards to this, so please, we ask that you send questions or comments through to us. Our details at the bottom of your screen right now at Nickay Productions, and that is where you can send your questions through to us. Now, Caitlin, looking at all the things that ETA offer, of course, and I want to really get in terms of this now. Can you talk to us quickly about ETA Connect? Because this is something I picked up looking at you guys. ETA Connect, what is this all about?
So we've always had an online learning space, which is called ETA Connect. So whether you are a full-time student or you're one of our distance learning students, we have a platform called ETA Connect where we do all our learning through. And it's really great because it's on your phone, so you can also utilize your phone to check grades or do quick assignments. And we've really created this platform to allow you to do everything. And I think through everything we've been through this year, and a lot of our students having to do a lot of learning at home, which was quite unexpected for our full-time students, they really coped so well because we've got this incredible platform with videos, with content, with e-libraries. There's just so much happening. So ETA Connect is really where it's like our hub. It's where we meet with you online and connect with you and really make sure that your learning is just going from strength to strength.
And in terms of ETA Connect, does that replace the complete part of you attending classes and you just do everything from the convenience of your home? Or do you still come
It's dependent. So if you're working and you want to study completely from home, ETA Connect becomes your teacher, and it becomes where you connect with our learners connect with our tutors, and it's that sort of virtual space. If you want to attend at a campus, you also work with ETA Connect. So every single student at ETA is connected on this little hub. And it's this learner management system that really helps guide you through your learning. You know what to expect. There's videos. But of course, if you want to study full-time, we've got that full-time experience where you're coming into a campus, you're doing practical learning, you're doing sort of workshops, peer groups where you're spending time with a mentor. There's lots of opportunities for you on campus as well. So we've got a really nice balance. And I think that's something we really pride ourselves in, is having really a solution for whatever type of learner you are, whether you want to do full-time, part-time, distance learning, we've got you covered.
And I know Rhoda is dying to ask you a question, but I quickly just want to ask you something else as well. So
Yes.
it's absolutely brilliant. You can go to the campus, of course, and study the course that you would like.
Yes.
And then secondly, of course, there's the ETA Connect facility that is available. And of course, in the times that we're living in, gives you that access to not miss out on anything because you can sort of still go through your work remotely.
Yes.
And before Rhoda asks you a question, I quickly want to know a brief overview. If you could name 2 specific courses and that is available at ETA College.
So I think I'm just going to run through to this slide because this really has an overview of all our courses, and it just gives you an idea. So we've got lots of short programs which lead to our lengthier programs, which is our 3-year degrees, which I would say are our flagships. It's what people really want to study, and we found that that's really where the market is moving towards, is having those 3-year degrees. So I would say the one that's launching next year is our Bachelor of Management in Sport and Leisure. And that's really if you're passionate about management, you're passionate about sports, and you see yourself managing athletes, managing spaces, environments in the sports and fitness industry, that would be a perfect program for you. Another one that's really great is our Diploma in Sport and Exercise. And that's really if you're more into that sports science sort of path and you see yourself testing athletes, testing athlete performance, being more of like an analyst. I mean, one of our students works for the Bulls and he's an analyst. So he sits and watches videos of a rugby match and analyzes it. And that's something you can do once you've studied one of our diploma in sport and exercise. So that's a bit of an overview of 2 of our really, popular programs that we offer here at ETA.
Thank you, Caitlin. Caitlin, while we're there, I just wanted to ask you as well, I think one of the questions that pops up, quite a lot with a lot of matriculants that might not have made it, do you have to have matric? And what options is there?
Yeah, I know. We get it all the time, which is why I actually popped it on the slide because we get so many questions about, I don't have a matric, or, life happened or something occurred and you couldn't finish your matric, or your results just weren't great. And that happens, it's a very stressful year, that matric year. So we do have different options for you to come study at ETA if you don't have a matric. One of those is called RPL for Access. And we've actually partnered with a wonderful group of psychometric psychologists who allow you to almost play a game. You don't have to prepare for it. You literally just sign up and come and do it. And what happens is you play this little game and they see cognitively where you're going to cope. So you might have not done really well in matric, but you can actually really cope well on a degree level or a higher certificate level. And it allows you to gain access, which has been approved by SACWA and Higher Education in South Africa. Another route is to do one of our fitness instructor program, which is also classed at a level 4, which is pretty much at the same level as a matric, but it does allow you to gain access to one of our level 5, which is like a higher certificate personal training program where you can then gain access. So we have created this route where you can get into a degree. Also, if you only had matric results, which allowed you into a higher certificate or a diploma, we allow you to start there and then RPL you, which we call recognition of prior learning, or CAT transfer, which is credit accumulation transfer, all these big words. But what we do is we allow you to then gain access into our degree in a really thought through process that will really guide your learning. So yeah, I think that's something we quite passionate about, is access and helping our learners actually get the qualification they really dreamt of and the career they dreamt of, where they want to go. We guide you into that process.
Thank you, Caitlin. So on that slide that you've just discussed, so we saw national diplomas, those are the things you offer, as well as degrees.
Yes, so we've got our higher certificates, we've got our diplomas, which are also 3 years, and then we've got our degrees, which is 3 years. So you can study with us for 1 year or 3 years or 4 years, if that's the path that lands up taking you there. And of course, continue learning with us and do some of our short courses. So sport massage, or if you want to study while you're a student and go work as a group exercise instructor at a gym and teach Zumba or whatever it is you want to do, or spinning. So there's lots of ways you can start earning, even from your first year, through short courses. But of course, stay with us for 2, 3, 4 years, depending on your journey with ETA.
Oh,
Thank you, Caitlin. So I was actually going to ask you that as well because we got a question in from one of our viewers, and thank you very much for sending those questions through, and keep them coming, and we'll keep posting them to the National Marketing Manager of ETA College, Caitlin Carpenter, who's with us today on this live broadcast of Mahala Monday. We've got a question in on one of our platforms via YouTube, and it's from Bo Brady. So Bo, thank you very much for sending those questions. And Caitlin, you just mentioned it. Is there work placement during the course? You have just mentioned that right now, where you could.
Hi, Bo. Thanks for your question. Yes, so we've got workplace learning on, especially on our lengthier programs. So in your first year, you may just do sort of as a group, you go and do workplace learning. But as you work up towards your third year, it actually becomes part of your sort of portfolio of evidence, the things that you're working towards. And we actually guide you and connect you with a workplace, or you go and find your own workplace and you go and actually get that workplace experience. And we really pride ourselves in those relationships we've built with industry. And a lot of the time from those industry experiences and from that workplace learning, job opportunities happen where they offer you positions, and it really can grow your career from, like I said, from a student level, because you are going out and working in the workplace. And of course, you're not getting paid because it's all part of the coursework, but you're gaining such incredible experience and practical experience where you're actually going out and meeting those in the industry. So that's a really wonderful part of especially our 3-year programs. Hope that answers your question, Bo.
Better. So just a quick one. A lot of things that come up as well as accreditation. And, could you maybe just give us a breakdown of yours and, what is relevant and what the students need to know?
Yeah, so accreditation can be quite overwhelming, and it sometimes, can almost put you off in when you start this journey of finding your institution of where to study. And all I can say is I want to try to break it down for you, but first and foremost, just make sure you study with an institution that's accredited. Even if ETA is not the right fit, or you're sitting there and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to study with ETA, if you are going to study elsewhere or in a different career path, whatever it is, my advice to you today is just make sure they're accredited. At the end of the day is you want to sit with a qualification, a piece of paper that means something, that you can go overseas with, that you can work in South Africa comfortably with, and that really means you need an accredited qualification. So just to start off with that, but you'll see on the screen there's a little triangle, and there's 3 points to the triangle that I'm going to talk about. The first one, right at the top, is the registration with the Department of Higher Education and Training. So every institution, whether it's a private, a public, a primary school, a high school, all have to be registered with the Department of Education. And it's very important that every year we tick our boxes and we make sure we're well accredited and we're registered with the Department of Education. Then in the bottom, we've got the accreditation with the Council on Higher Education. This is key. I think if you're going to study something in the higher education space, so that's post-matric, you have to have accreditation with a high institution, which is the one we accredited with is the CHE. And if you think of a university like UCT or UJ or TUX, all of those, including private institutions, are accredited by the Council on Higher Education. So whether you study with a private or a public institution, as long as they're accredited with the CHE, it is a well-accredited program. And this is for NQF levels 5 all the way to 10. We only offer up to 7, but if you want to go and do a postgrad, like an honors or a master's or a PhD, you can take our qualification to one of those institutions and continue your learning. So that's why it's so important to make sure it's well accredited, so you can continue learning, because you don't know where you're going to be. You might want to be a doctor in your field, or you may want to study further, and we want to make sure you've got a good path going towards that route. And then in the last little end of my triangle is our professional body. So in the health or the fitness space, we've got Reps SA, which is our sort of our fitness body that we have to affiliate ourselves with. And this really allows you, if you really want to study abroad in this fitness field, it does allow you to get a Reps number, and you can port that number to anywhere in the world where there's a rep. So UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, Europe, there's lots of different pathways. So that allows you to port your number and be able to work overseas, which is really quite popular at the moment for our students to be able to have that portability. And that is accreditation in a nutshell. Hopefully it wasn't too scary and not too overwhelming. I did try and break it down without losing you along the way.
No, thank you. That is very good, Caitlin, because one of the things we were going to ask you in terms of international accreditation, and you mentioned you can work pretty much anywhere on the globe, making it a global village, really. And also, so Reps SA, this is the body that you affiliate to that allows you to do that, and of course gives the platform for international recognition.
Yes, and we assist you when you're studying with us. We assist you with that registration, and we actually kickstart that journey. So we've again got you covered and thinking 2 steps ahead to make sure once you qualify with us in the fitness realm, you've got that qualification and or that registration number, and then it gives you that opportunity. If you want to work in any of our big chain gyms in South Africa, you have to be Reps registered. They're not going to hire you if you don't have that Reps registration number. So it's really important. It's almost, if you think about a doctor or an accountant who has to maintain their CPD points, you as a fitness professional also need to maintain your CPD points, which is your continued professional development points. So every year to maintain that registration, like a doctor would or an accountant would, you also will as a fitness professional, where you do a number of short courses or seminars, whatever it is in the year, and build up those CPD points so you can continue your registration. So again, we guide you through that process when you start your journey with ET.
And it's a fairly easy process, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, it's very straightforward. And like I said, the guesswork is done for you. So if you need assistance with that at any point in your journey, please feel free to chat to one of the career advisors or us at head office, and we can guide you through that process.
Now, Caitlin, let's get into the nuts and bolts here, because this is really at the end of the day what it's all about. And we hear words like career path and options. But with an ETA qualification, whatever that may be, whichever course you have studied, what are the career options? Where do you, what is it that you can do straight after walking out of ETA?
Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot you can do. And I think I just want to start off by saying there's 3 streams that you could take with ETA. You can either go on the fitness stream, the coaching stream, or the management stream. And all of those are going to give you different career opportunities. Sometimes they interlink a bit, but a lot of the time it's quite specific. So later on in the chat, I do want to bring up something to guide you on which path is best suited for you. But for now, so watch the space. But for now, I'm just going to quickly chat through each of the different streams. So you've got fitness, and that's very much if you want to be a personal trainer in the gym, you want to be a sports-specific conditioning coach. So you want to be sort of training people out on the field. You want to do sort of individual or team sports in terms of conditioning. So remember, coaching is different to conditioning, which we will guide you on. Or you want to be a group exercise instructor, a corporate wellness consultant. All of that is in your fitness modality or stream. Then we've got coaching, which is really what it is. So think of if you played sports, you had a coach. That's pretty much in a nutshell the coaching stream. Of course, like I said earlier, you could work for the Lions and be a video analyst, a performance analyst. So there's different levels to coaching and performance, which our coaching realm can take you into. So that's, really that sort of modality. And then lastly, management. So this is really, you want to be an athlete representative. You want to sort of work as a club assistant or an event manager. You want to work, as a school team level, managing sports teams or at a higher level. This would definitely take you into that realm. And that's, like I said, we've got from higher certificates to 1 or 2 advanced certificates, which you can lead into, otherwise a diploma and a degree. So those are your levels that you can work towards. And of course, lower down the list is you have to study a bit longer to be able to do those kind of things. So the more qualified you are, the better your career opportunities are.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful. So now the next step, seeing that now they know what they can become after they walk out there by ETA, is basically, the steps to actually to apply. How do they apply?
Okay. So if you want to apply now, or you just want to start the process, or just jump onto our website, like I said, you can take out your phone and you can scan the QR code on the screen. That'll take you to an application form, which will guide you through a process. It's really straightforward, and we're really taking you through a simple process of completing your information, selecting your program, and then choosing which qualification you want, and of course, finally, your documents. You don't have to complete the application with your documents. So if you just want to apply for 2021, book your spot, you're welcome to do that, and then we'll guide you through what documents you require. We also have a new payment gateway that's actually being launched this week, which is quite exciting. So you can actually make payment for your registration fee. And of course, that's going to book your spots. You can register for free, and we do take applications at no cost. But of course, to book your spot and at least make sure you've got a seat for next year, we do require at least your registration fee. And then, of course, we have a number of discounts and things that are running till our intake next year, which, you know, a career advisor can also guide you a bit more on.
And Caitlin, on that, I wanted to ask you, what is the exact date for, is there a specific date that all applications must be in for the new year in 2021?
Yes, we do aim towards the end of January. That is sort of our latest date. Of course, because we're private, we do have limited spots. So we do take a certain number of seats per qualification at each campus. But we do have an early bird, which is running till the end of December, which gives you quite a hefty discount on your program fees. And then we have another upfront fee, which is due then the end of January. Or we've got term options where you can pay over 4 terms. But of course, then you don't get the big discount. So we do encourage you to book your spot and register before January, because that's really when, you know, it's kind of those last minute seats, and we can't always guarantee you've got a spot then for 2021.
And since we're talking about that, let's get
Yes.
this question out as well. When it comes to student funding, of course, we all
Yes.
know,
Okay.
we all know it is difficult times. Does ETA College at all assist in this regard when it comes to student funding? And what would a prospective student do in order to access it, if it is all possible?
Okay, so what we do is we've actually partnered with Student Euro, and what they do is think of like a bond originator. Your parents, if they're watching, may know what that means. You may not know what it means if you're a student, or if you're still in school, it may not be applicable. But it's kind of like the middleman between us and the banks and different student loan funding companies. So what Student Euro does is, again, you can scan the QR code on the screen and it will take you to our chatbot, which basically takes you through a couple of questions, and it really allows you to apply for funding. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. But what it does is it gives you that option to link up with one of our banks, so like Standard Bank, ABSA, FNB, any of Capitec, any of those banks, to see if you gain funding, or through Fundi, which is also a funding partner. And what you can then do is see if you can gain funding. What's really important to us is to make sure you can get the career you want and get the qualification you want. So this funding route, or this opportunity, allows you to kickstart your career. And of course, then you would then just pay back over a longer term, which allows you to, you know, study at your leisure and not really feel that pressure of trying to get money in, or not even starting a qualification. Because you get a lot of students that say, well, I can't study because I don't have any money. So this is a great way to help you to get funding so you can actually study with ETA.
Oh, beautiful. And it's so funny that you're talking funding, that before you actually started chatting, we had one of our students that had sent us a message regarding funding, and then also asking about, do you have housing facilities?
No, we don't, but we have a wonderful partner called Digs Connect. There is a link on our website. I don't have it on the presentation today, but also on our YouTube channel, ETA College, we have got actually a video dedicated to housing. And we've got a wonderful partner called Digs Connect. So if you didn't get that, Digs Connect. And what they do is they connect you to a Digs, which is a place to stay, very close to an ETA campus. So you literally search ETA Cape Town, ETA Joburg, ETA Nelspruit, any of our ETA campuses, and they'll try and find you an apartment or a housing opportunity close by to the campus. So we don't have housing on site. We have opportunities very close by and can help you connect.
I hope that answers your question, Vanya.
And that is the name to remember, Digs Connect, which is a very easy.
Digs.
Now, you've just touched on it, Caitlin, because I wanted to know, so do you have campuses in all 9 provinces? How many ETA College campuses do we have in South Africa?
So we've got 10 campuses. throughout the country. Of course, in some areas that are a bit, sort of not as big, I guess. We possibly don't have a campus, but one pretty close by. So we've got, I can kind of run through them quickly for you. We've got Bloemfontein, Cape Town, Durban, East London, George, Johannesburg, Nelspruit, Port Elizabeth, Pretoria, Stellenbosch, and then of course we've got some international, which is Namibia and Mauritius. So we've got quite a large number of campuses. I hope I didn't miss any of them throughout the country. But absolutely, we've got our footprint. I think, did I say Durban? Yes, I did say Durban. Yeah, we've got our footprint throughout, and really a really nice opportunity for you to study anywhere in the country. And if I didn't mention an area and you're sitting somewhere, we absolutely have distance learning, so you can study still from anywhere as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection. We've got you covered.
Beautiful.
And that certainly makes it a lot easier. So you got 10 campuses, and of course your student numbers always growing. And then secondly to that, you've also got the ETA Connect, which enables, of course, a lot more students to be part of all of this.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a huge part of our business. And of course, part of our college is our distance learning students. And they generally are a bit older. So it's generally an older group because they're working or they don't have access to, coming to a full-time qualification or full-time campus, doing a full-time qualification. But then, of course, our campuses are definitely just straight out of matric. That's, it's really fun. It's a college vibe. So that's really your different types of groups. But of course, either way, we accommodate you if you're a bit older and you want to study at a campus, or if you're younger and you want to study online. It absolutely is open to anyone, any age that you want to study. It's never too late to study. So if you're sitting out there and you think, I'm too old to study, you're never too old to study and change your career and be happy. I think that's the most important thing, to love what you do.
Perfect. So I just want to know, talking about connecting, how do the future students connect with ET on social media?
Okay, we love social media. It's definitely something we're passionate about, and what I'm passionate about is connecting with you online. And we really have a great community on Facebook at ETA College, Instagram at ETA College, and then of course YouTube. We've got really great videos and really informative videos that come out all the time. Also, if you're sitting there and you want to just know what it's like to be a student and their experience, either post as like our graduates or our current students, we've got some really fun videos available at the moment that have just launched on our ETA YouTube channel. And then you'll see in the little corner there, I kind of mentioned something a bit earlier, and helping you find your career path. And I really want to say, if you're sitting there and you're like, stumped, you're like, I don't know which one's me. Am I management? Am I coaching? Am I fitness? I really love sports. I really love the fitness world, but I don't know where it's going to best suit me. Take out your phone, scan the QR code, and go and do our free career quiz. It's really fun, and it'll spit out a possible qualification that we think would be best suited to you, and it will connect you with a career advisor who can also then talk you through who ETA is, what our career paths are that we think would be good for you. And then, it gets the conversation going, and we can really guide you and help you start your career with ETA.
Thank you, Caitlin. So we want to get into a career course, but we do have a couple of questions in from our viewers, and this is a good opportunity, as always, to bring in some of those questions.
Yes.
And if you have any questions you would also like to post to Caitlin Carpenter, National Marketing Manager of ETA College, then please send those through to us right now at Nickay Productions. You're watching Mahala Monday with me, Dougal, and Rhoda. So Rhoda's got a couple of questions for you, so here's some of them.
Yeah, so one of them that popped up earlier was a question from Shadia. She wanted to know, do you need to have the NBTs before you can apply to ETA?
Your
National
MPTs?
Yeah, national benchmark test.
No, you don't have to. We're definitely not as strict as some of the other universities. So you absolutely don't need that, as long as your matric or your NSC, your National Senior Certificate, gives you access to the qualification you want, be it higher certificate, diploma, or degree. So that's important to us. You don't have to have specific subjects to study with us. Of course, some are more optimal than others, but it doesn't hinder you from studying with us. we allow you, as long as you've got your matric certificate, you'll have access to one of our programs.
Perfect, perfect. Then another one from Bo. Bo wants to know what social programs you have and extramural activities do you offer?
Okay, we often get asked this. Definitely, if you want to study, Bo, at a campus, I would say there's so many different, I mean, each campus is quite unique. Of course, you know, in George, there may be more like beach volleyball, where in Joburg, there's, you know, soccer. So each campus definitely allows you to join, you know, soccer sides or touch rugby. They, you know, we obviously a sport institution, so we're quite passionate about the extramural activities. And then, of course, socializing. I mean, there's always bras on a Friday or get-togethers at campus. So we have quite a good social group going at each of our campuses. And like I said, some are more sociable than others. It also depends on the group and the year. But every year we often have, we sometimes even have inter-campus activities where, you know, Durban and Bloem play soccer against each other. So there's a lot of fun activities happening at the campus every week.
Oh, that sounds like great fun.
Yeah.
We've got another question, and I think you might have answered it, but if you could just briefly give us another overview as well, which is another question from one of our viewers. This came from Euclid class, and so thank you for sending that question through. And it's basically asked, what are the minimum requirements to register? So, and if you could expand on that answer as well, any money that you need to put down, and everything you need to do to have a minimum.
Okay. Let me expand on it, because it has been a difficult year, especially if you're sitting there and you are currently matric. We are doing provisional acceptance at the moment on your grade 11 results. So if you haven't written, of course you haven't written any exams as a matric this year, just because of the year it's been, we are doing provisional acceptance on grade 11 results. Like I said earlier, it's absolutely free to apply. We don't, you definitely can get through the application process without putting down any money. But the next step would be to pay a registration fee, which is 1,500 Rand. And that really just secures your spot and then gives you the opportunity to make a decision. Are you going to pay upfront and get the discounted fee, or you're going to pay via term? So we then it gives you a chance to kind of decide what payment option is best for you, or do you want to go the funding route? So it allows you to kind of make sure your spot's booked, but of course you then can choose your payment option. And then of course, if you are post-matric and you've got your results, then apply with your latest results. So we, of course, whatever your latest results is, be it grade 11, be it matric results, whatever you've got available, you can then do your application with that. And then we do require like certified copies of your ID. We may need your financier, which could be a parent. It could be, you know, a grandparent, whoever you're funding, you know, whoever's assisting with your finance, we may need their information. So we will guide you through what documents you need. But like I said, first and foremost, when you start with this process, in your application process, you can absolutely get through the whole process without paying anything and without submitting any additional documents. Thereafter, we're going to guide you and say, okay, now we need your registration fee. We now need your documents. We really help you through the process, and we don't want to hinder you from applying. If you really want to study with us, we want to give you that sort of option to study with ETA.
And on that note, Caitlin, as well, you don't just have to be a South African. You in South Africa, you don't just have to be a South African citizen to apply for an ETA.
No, absolutely not. You can study as an international, you know, somebody coming from as a foreigner. So we do also assist you in what you would need. Often it is getting through SACWA, and they sort of recognize you as a foreigner and give you the documents you need. Again, we can advise you on that process. So if you are, you know, sitting elsewhere and you want to study, again, if you can't come to South Africa and study at an actual campus, you can then study via distance learning, which again, you can study from anywhere in the world as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection. So we absolutely have the route for you, whether if you're a foreigner and not a South African citizen.
Okay, perfect. And then I had a look at your website and something popped up. What is the career quiz?
Yeah, so this is the Find Your Career Path. So this is this final little quiz where you can actually take your phone out and scan your QR code. And really what it does is it just asks you a couple of questions, what your interests are, what you would most enjoy doing, what you see yourself doing. And through those, we assist you in sort of spitting out a qualification, maybe a degree, a diploma, what we feel would best suit you in sort of reaching your career that, you would love to do. Like I said, it's not set in stone. It's just an idea. It may spit out something and you're like, oh, I didn't think I want to do that. We, of course, can guide you in another path, but it just is something fun, and it's absolutely free. You can go jump on our website now and do the career quiz. And it just gives you an idea of what route you want to take. You may be really passionate about fitness, and you may think you want to be a coach, but actually you'll be a perfect personal trainer, which is quite different to coaching. So it gives you a bit of an idea of what stream is best suited to you.
Oh, lovely.
Caitlin, I'm very excited about all the different courses that you guys offer, and I think I'm going to twist Rhoda's arm as well. We might just have to enroll into a fitness course or two, and really just teaching it. That is more where I would come in. But we're getting nearer to the end of our show here today on Mahala Monday.
Yeah.
Is there any final thoughts, any final thing that you would like to say? And also, what is it that prospective students need to do, ASAP, of course, to go to your fine institution?
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for having me today. I just wanted to start with saying that it's been so much fun, and I've loved sharing a little bit about ETA, our slice of heaven here. We absolutely love what we do, and we really are quite a close group of, although we've got 10 campuses and 2 international, we're really close as a group in a college. And I just want to say to all those watching, just find something that makes you happy. And I think if sport and fitness makes you happy, there's absolutely a career path for you, and one that you can really succeed in. We also really want to make you an entrepreneur at the end of the day. I think in the world we live in, it's really important to be able to have a qualification that you can go out and start your own business and start your own career. So we really give you the tools in all our qualifications on how to become a really wonderful entrepreneur. Where you can grow your business, grow your career, and be ultimately very happy with what you do. So yeah, I think just to end off saying that we're passionate about what we do. Our hashtag at ETA is no student left behind. And I think that, I hope today you felt that we really don't want to leave you behind, through it be access, through what qualification you want, doing the career quiz. We really want you to feel like you're not left behind as a student, and we are holding your hand through the journey, getting you from A to Z as easy as possible. And it may be a 4-year journey with us, but we'll get you to your degree and get you qualified. And you may be the first in your family to qualify one day and stand up really proudly at our graduation. So we want to be there for all those moments with you, the fun times and the hard times. ETA is there. So we really stand by that no student left behind. And I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit more about ETA College today.
Thank you, Caitlin. We also have a comment in from Rodney Govender. Thank you, Rodney, who says it's absolutely awesome work that ETA does. So thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you, Rodney. Appreciate that. Thank you.
So, Caitlin, that wraps it up from us. So, once again, thank you so much for your time today.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Yes.
On Mahala Monday. And very easy. If anybody's got any questions, of course, they can just conveniently visit your website, of course, and all the information will be there.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump up to that. If you want to just scan that QR code right in the beginning, that was our website. You're welcome to go on and fill out an inquiry form, or phone us, WhatsApp us. We've got an open line, or on our chat. Yeah, please chat us. We want to connect with you, and we want to join you on this incredible journey of a career in sport and fitness.
Thank you, Caitlin. It has been a real pleasure talking to you about ETA College. And we wish you
were lots of fun and kept me really interested. I really enjoyed today. Thank you so much. It's always fun doing these interviews, and you guys just made it even better. So thank you.
It was great. Thank you.
It is our pleasure, Caitlin. So Caitlin Carpenter, then National Marketing Manager for ETA College, with us here today on a Mahala Monday. And we certainly, Rhoda, covered a lot.
Oh, most definitely.
And we know, like we said this from the beginning, of course, ETA is leaders when it comes to sports and fitness. And the one thing that stood out for me, she said 10 campuses.
10 campuses.
And then in addition to that, you get the ETA Connect, of course, which allows you to do things conveniently. You can do that from your home. and also within the times that we live now.
Almost definitely.
That makes things very easy. Now, the one thing you got to remember, and especially if you're considering ETA, and it does sound exciting, and I know it's a huge field of interest for a huge amount of people, if you're looking forward to enrolling with ETA. She did speak about towards the end of Jan, you want to get everything in, but the first thing that intrigued me, she said there's an early bird bonus, which was towards the end of December. Yes. So
That's
end of
right.
December.
That's right.
Love end of December. And in addition to that, of course, if you are currently grade 11, then by all means, you can use those marks as well to get into ETA. So there's lots to consider, and hopefully we have helped you with that. Hopefully we're making that decision a little bit easier, of course. And Rhoda, I must say, Nickay Productions, who's been in the graduation field for almost 2 decades. All your experience and the bits that you have noticed is definitely bringing things to a fore with Mahala Monday.
Oh, most definitely, Dougal. You know, with the network of institutions we have, you know, being able to assist our leaders of tomorrow, that's what it's all about, you know. So this is for sure our network that we want to send to all these students out there. Take advantage of it. We've got the information, go for it. As we said, we're the Nickay Productions graduation for experts. We will not teach or lead you on the wrong path. Definitely not.
And this is where Mahala Monday just makes it so easy for you, of course, giving you these information and making it accessible. And of course, for the future, if you watch Mahala Monday with us, don't forget we will be featuring another fantastic institution as well that you could possibly consider as your calling for your tertiary education. But first up, thank you very, very much for watching Mahala Monday, our live broadcast today. In fact, our very first broadcast today. This is the debut, and we really appreciate you tuning in. Also, thank you to all the viewers who have sent the questions through, and we hope that has given you some sunlight on your questions. And thank you as well to Caitlin Carpenter, the National Marketing Manager of ETA College, for joining us today on Mahala Monday.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to another exciting program next week, Monday, the 12th of October. So remember, guys, subscribe and hit the bell.
You hit the bell, you get the notifications when those new videos will be posted. That wraps it up from us here at Mahala Monday. From myself, Dougal, and Rhoda. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.